Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, December 16th, and today is the Monday recap where we'll go through the calls on YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, Misty, and AMZY. But first, if we take a look at earnings for this week, pretty light. Obviously, we're getting closer to the holiday, so no one's jumping, to get these available slots to report earnings. But some notables, General Mills on Wednesday morning. Who else? We got Micron after the close on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, they got CarMax. Nothing too exciting. They got Nike, FedEx, BlackBerry still going, huh? After the close on Thursday. And then Carnival on Friday. So again, yeah, nothing too crazy. I don't see anything that affects YieldMax funds either. So unless I'm missing something. Okay, anyway, let's see what else we got here. I did my estimate yesterday morning, so go check it out. I'll pin the estimate to the top of the comments, so you don't have to go looking for it. But yeah, if you're interested in whatever guesstimate I chose, it's under Group D in the top comments. Also, this week, they're launching the Dorsey Wright funds on Tuesday. If you're wondering what the heck they are, I did cover it. Finally, I did make a video. This is the thumbnail. So go check it out. It's one of my later videos. I can't pin two comments, so obviously, you'll have to find this one. But it should be actually my last video on there. So, yeah, go check it out if you're interested. And then last but not least, sorry for all the housekeeping items. I did create an update if you're a member of the ROD Wolfpack. I did an updated video to 5 funds where I went over the holdings, TSMY, PLTY, SNOY, SMCY, and AIYY. So if you're, again, interested, you could feel free to join the Wolfpack. If you're already in there, go check out the video. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so that's the housekeeping items. Now let's get to the fun stuff. So first, I'll change it up. I'm going to go through AMZY and CONY first. So here's AMZY. AMZY has a synthetic, obviously, 210. Amazon is at 227, right? AMZY is part of Group D. If they cash out their synthetic, they could pay a decent payment. They're actually 7% above their synthetic. However, this synthetic expires on February 21st. So, I don't know. We'll see. As far as the calls, the weekly calls, they have, let me zoom out a little. In case you hear some background noise, guess who's here? Little Rod. 10,760 contracts, 235 strike price, 3.31% out of the money. And then they got, they bought a call, 242.50, less than $10 gap at least, 6.61% away from helping. Total net assets of this fund, 245K. The total NAV is 2020, trade price 2023. Synthetic bailout money, if they did cash it out, it's worth about 21.2 mil. 30-day IV for Amazon is 25%. If you base the estimate simply on IV, obviously you take that IV, you multiply by the current share of AMZY, and then you divide it by 13 payments, and then you'd come to 39 cents. And again, they declare on Wednesday morning, 12/18. All right, up next, CONY. CONY Synthetics, they have 2 of them, 300 and a 320. Coin is at 310, right in between. So, they're not going to do much with that, I'm sure. They both expire on 2/21. CONY has scattered do, which we always appreciate. So let's take a look at what the scattered do looks like. 3,900 contracts, 322.50 strike price, 3.84% out of the money. 7,100 contracts, 330 strike price, 6.25% out of the money. 5,400 contracts, 332.50 strike price, 7.06% out of the money. 14,576 contracts, biggest position, 335 strike price, 7.86% out of the money. 4,989 contracts, 337.50 strike price, 8.67% out of the money. And then 4,615 contracts, 340 strike price, 9.47% out of the money. So if you're new to how all this works, again, they sell covered calls on a weekly basis. And the idea is you kind of, when you sell calls, you don't want it to blow through your strike. They don't have the shares to let them get assigned. They actually cash settle them. So anything above the strike, they essentially would have to cash settle. So 322.50 being the lowest strike price, a perfect win would essentially be coin closing on Friday at 322, right? 322.49, something like that, right? But again, they do have these call credit spreads, or shall we say, they did buy calls attached to each covered call, creating the call credit spread in case they really, really blow through their strikes. Then they do have some loss protection there, somewhat of an insurance, we'll say. Total net assets of CONY, it totals to be 1.2 billion. The NAV is 1573, trade price 1568. 30-day IV is 72%. Based on that, their estimate would pay 87 cents, but Group C declares again in 23 days on January 8th. All right. So that's CONY. We'll go right over to TSLY. TSLY has a 295 synthetic. They're in a really, really good spot. And I'm cheating right now because I have my laptop in front of me. But Tesla's looking green at this very moment. So, again, they can cash this out at any time. 6 to 8 days away till expiration. I mean, they should, because it's going to cost way too much money to add to that synthetic position. I mean, if anything, they should start a new synthetic. If they don't want to cash it out, fine, but they should start a new synthetic. All right, so we don't have to go through how they did on Friday, so we'll just go through the calls, right, and where they stand heading into this week. If I could get my Zoom game on, that would be awesome. So again, all of these calls we're going through, they expire this Friday, December 20th. They have all eggs in one basket, so all of the contracts, which is around 28,500 or so, 440 strike price. They're 0.86% out of the money, so they're not looking good. They have 5 trading days, so to ask Tesla to close below 440 in 5 trading days, and then the pre-market on Monday is green, good luck with that. But we'll see how this all turns out. We went over the outstanding shares on, obviously, the Saturday morning as well. But the 30-day IV is 63%. Outstanding share total, 69.7 mil. The weeklies right now, they're not making money. They lost 55.6 million, unfortunately. The emoji that I have here, I didn't update, but there's no need to update it. The cap guy is coming. You know, it looks like Tesla's going to be capped. Group A declares again in 10 days on December 26th. Okay, so up next is how much income has they made during this 4-week cycle? What's up? Want to fix it? I'm going to fix this phone. There you go. Okay, so they do have synthetic income of 3.2 mil. Short call losses, 55 mil. So obviously nothing really to talk about here. You know, you can't really use that to give any type of real estimate. So again, I just go back to the IV. The IV is 63%. Based on that, the next payment could be around 90 cents. Now, holding information, not much to talk about here. I mean, you could see the synthetic is amazing, right? The bought call on the bottom in orange, 429 million it's worth. So again, when they cash that out, they have to close out the put, right? So they'll make 415 mil. And then, of course, it'll cost them money to open the new synthetic. So let's just deduct like 50,000. Let's just say they make like 380, whatever, right? Still massive, massive money. Then obviously we have the calls, right? Only 2 lines because they did all eggs in one basket. The value of this fund, Little Rod just farted. I don't know if you heard that. Wasn't me. Is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 1713, and the trade price. Was that you? Who farted? Oh, okay. All right. So that's TSLY. Let's move on to NVDY. All right, NVIDIA has two synthetics. They have a 148 and a 138. The 148 is, yeah, their NVIDIA is currently priced 9% below it. And then the 138, NVIDIA is priced 2% below it. If I'm cheating again, NVIDIA looks red again. It's like it's just taking a beating. But it is what it is, unfortunately. We'll see, though. But again, this synthetic, they have time. They don't really have to touch it technically until February 21st when it expires. So let's take a look at the calls for this week. When I hit record on the phone, sometimes it goes like to mute. Well, I have to turn on the microphone sometimes. And I don't remember doing that in this video, so I really hope I did. So I hope I'm not talking to myself. All right, so here's all the calls. Basically two strikes, 142 and 141, all right? Essentially split in half. The 141 is 5.03% out of the money. The 142 is 5.77% out of the money. 5 trading days, NVIDIA is on a downward, so this is probably safe, to be honest. I mean, until NVIDIA decides to flip green, which is who knows when, they may actually just keep winning. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a rough time for NVIDIA and NVIDIA shareholders at the moment. But when it flips green, I'm sure these will get blown through, and that's when these call credit spreads will help. But unfortunately, they have an $8 and $10 gap on some of these, so we'll see. 30-day IV is 42%. Outstanding shares 59.7 mil. Total net income is a loss of 11.7 mil. So unfortunately, they should flip that to a profit. Didn't update this one either, but again, no need to because NVIDIA is on a downward at the moment. Group B declares in 17 days on January 2nd. Yeah? No, bye-bye. Oh, she went bye-bye, right? All right, week, cycle 3, there's no money. There's no synthetic income. That's a loss. There's no short call income. That's a loss. So similar to the others, I'm just going to go right to the bottom. They have a 43% IV, all right? And that comes to an 83-cent payment. Based on last payment, $1.18. Obviously, that would be a cut, but the fund has gone down in price. What can you do? As far as the holdings are concerned, the synthetic is not profitable, right? Again, it's borderline gold digger status. So, time will tell. But, again, it expires next year, so we can, kind of not talk about it at the moment. That's the good thing. So we'll go to the bottom, see what the value of the fund is. It's $1.3 billion. The NAV is $23.31, trade price $23.33. So it's still a massive, massive fund, but they're just having a rough go at it. But again, since they're on the decline, they should be winning all of their calls. Right now, the weeklies, unfortunately, are in an overall loss because they had a couple bad hits. But hopefully they'll flip it into a profit. Super tired this Monday. It's going to be a long day. Misty, last one. They have a synthetic 315. This synthetic expires 221, just like the rest. And their current MSTR is currently 29% above that synthetic strike of 315. But MSTR just got added to the NASDAQ, which will be effective December 23rd, next Monday, next week. And of course, Bitcoin overnight or last night, very, very green. I don't know if it has to do with like international news or whatnot, but it's popping. So it's going to be probably a super green day, which means these calls here, they're probably going to get blown through. And there's a lot to go through. So bear with me here. I'll go to lowest to highest. 10,000 contracts, 417.50 strike price, 2.16% out of the money. Next one up is 420. We got about 2,760 contracts, 420 strike price, 2.77% out of the money. We got a 425, 500 contracts for them. That's 4% out of the money. And then we got a 430. There's a whole bunch, 8,000 plus that, 20,000. It's about 25,000 contracts, 430 strike price, 5.22% out of the money. None of these look safe. They could be actually blown through today. The call credit spreads are pretty big gaps. $80, $100 gaps, even $105 there. Again, so, I mean, they'll capture a lot of the upside, but it's, again, the gaps are just too much in my eyes. But at least they're there. At least they have them. And they could probably close them out early and make some money on the buy calls. But the sooner they do that, typically the better. 30-day IV, 109%. Outstanding shares, 44.5 mil. They do have income. Total net income, 18.9 mil. That's a distribution of 42 cents. Daily income of 2 cents a day. Daily yield of 0.04%. If you annualize that, that's 15%. So, yeah, they're making money. But, again, this week is declaration week for Group D. 2 days. So we just care, what are they paying us, right? What are they paying us? Well, it's on the estimate video. It's around $3 or so. So it's not a secret. Obviously they paid 442 last cycle. They did not cash out the synthetic yet. They have today and tomorrow. If they do that, I will revise my estimate and I will post it on the daily video in the morning. I'm not going to make another estimate video. Because there's no point, just for one fund. But simply based on the IV, 110% IV, the payment could be $317. So it's hard to imagine they paid under 3. But I think my estimate, again, was around 3 or so. Holding information, nothing more to say. Massive synthetic, all right? Look at the orange versus the pink. If they cash that out, the net profit will be around 379 mil, even more, looking at today's pre-market numbers. So as far as the rest of the holdings, again, calls, credit call spread, whatever you want to call it, they're ready. They're ready, but hopefully, I mean, the covered calls are gone. They're definitely blowing through them, but it's just a matter of how much, protection, how much insurance, how much butt buddy syndrome they bought on the, the buy calls. The value of this fund is 1.6 bill. The NAV is 37.49. Trade price 37.58. Probably going to hit 40 today. You never know. Which sucks for me because I sold calls on Misty. Top strike. I got various strikes. Top one is 40. So all of them could get called away essentially, right? But it is what it is. All right. That's it. That's all the funds. So let's go to the pre-market. Let me refresh just in case. All right, so this is as of 5:29 a.m. We'll start with Tesla. Tesla's up again. It's up 1.12%. It's at 441.12. This thing's a freaking beast, man. TSLY is up 0.7%. It's at 1724. NVDY is down, as we said, 0.57%. It's at 133.49. NVIDIA is down 0.81%. It's at 23.14. Coin is down. Coin is up 2.23%. It's at 317.51. CONY is up 2.17%. It's at 1602. MSTR is up massively. Wow. It's up 5.15%. It's at 429.73. Misty is up 3.46%. It's at 38.88. Big time. Big bucks right there. TSLY is up 2.19%. It's at 34.01. Can't afford it, man. Can't do options on TSLY. TNA, at least the TNA's in the 40s. They're up 0.54%. They're at 49.94. AMDY is up 0.68%. It's at 10.44. AMZY is up 0.89%. It's at 20.35. Bitcoin is up 1.27%. It's at 104,425. Kind of settled down a little. I think it was at like 108 or something last night. BitX is up 5.55%. It's at 67.70. Again, unaffordable for options, at least for me. Soxel is green. Wow, it's green again. It's up 0.59%. It's at 30.88. SMCI, they got removed from the NASDAQ, so I'm guessing that's why they're down so much. They're down 11.82%. They're at 32.15. I still have hope with them, though. I mean, SMCY could be an opportunity. I don't know. Have to take a look. SMCY is down 3.59%. It's at 30.65. Palantir is up 0.64%. It's at 76.56. Platy is down. What? Plater is up. Platy is down. That's unusual. It's down 3%. It's at 68.47. TSLY is up 0.39%. It's at 201.77. TSMY is not updated. They're at 1983. And last but not least, newly added fund, Mara, who I did get assigned on a 23 strike price on Friday, is already above that. They're at 23.57. So what am I going to do? I'm simply going to sell covered calls. Probably at 23. I don't give a damn, right? I could do 24. I could do 25. We'll see what the premiums are, but that'll be a short-lived wheel for sure if I get assigned. But at the same time, what can I do? I could sell a put, right? Sell a put at 23. Sell a call at 23. Yeah, why the hell not? Yeah, so that's the update, right? That's the last fund. That's the update on the Monday recap. We got a full week. It feels like Christmas, but it's not Christmas. It's just a blah week. I got a full work week. I don't know if you guys do. But yeah, we'll hang in there. Hopefully we can get through it. And then the next week will be kind of a short, or maybe you'll be off. I don't know. A lot of people are off that week, but we'll see how it goes. Because why? Because it's the most wonderful time of the year. That's all I'll do. Don't worry, guys. I know it annoys some of you, but cheer up, man. Cheer up. It's the holidays. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again next time. Outside of that, if you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. You guys, we had a goal yesterday to get 1,000 likes on the estimate video. Man, we hit that in 5 hours. So thank you for that. I do greatly appreciate it. No goal in this video, just a Monday recap. So feel free to hit the like anyway if you obviously like the video. Any questions, concerns, leave them down in the comments below. All right, that's all I got. So we got to get to the keywords. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to say the keyword. So Little Rod's looking at me. He knows he's up. So I guess he's going to say the keyword. What's today's keyword? What are you watching? This?
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite food? What's today? Who is that? You got to give me something. All right, he's pointing to this on the screen, and this is toilet paper. So he's watching some video with an elf and toilet paper. So today's keyword, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to type in the keyword, and today's keyword is toilet paper. So again, all you have to do in the comments down below, type in toilet paper, and we know you made it through this entire Monday recap. Hey, I didn't make that keyword. Little Rod's watching a video with toilet paper. What can I do? All right, guys. Again, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great week. Hopefully you're off this week. My dumb ass did not take off this week, so I'm working. Hopefully it's a quiet week, though. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good one. Later.